When Ifeoma Ezimak quit her bar job, she joined some 4.5 million US workers who did so in November, despite the ongoing economic turmoil created by the pandemic.
People say it's a resignation. To me, it's not a resignation, it's a revolution. We're finally realizing our worth.
At least 16% more for people like Ifeoma, who work in leisure and hospitality and whose wages have risen beyond the average of 10% since January 2020. But hospitality workers were also among the hardest hit by restaurant and bar closures and were burdened with COVID regulations once they reopened.
Every day I had to enforce certain things where I'm like, this is not in my job description, and now I'm being paid less.
But as the economy has strengthened, ongoing labour shortages have left some sectors struggling to meet pent-up demand. And with wages rising, that's given workers the upper hand.
Employers are still finding it difficult to hire workers, and so they're trying to attract workers with higher compensation or new benefits or more flexible working arrangements, which don't necessarily show up in the wage data, but are all a sign of the fact that employers are finding it difficult to hire right now.
For President Biden, this is a sign of social mobility at a time when income inequality has never been greater.
This isn't about workers walking away and refusing to work. It's about workers able to take a step up to provide for themselves and their families.
But there's a flip side to this. The US central bank is poised to start raising its benchmark lending rate from near zero, with inflation at a 40-year high. And higher interest rates designed to cool that inflation typically mean higher costs for employers. So in the coming months, they may not be able to meet the expectations of candidates who think they can negotiate a higher salary. Owen Fairclough, CGTN, Washington.